I'm Jamanika Eborn with SoGym.com, and I'm with Kathy Vartuli from the IntimacyDojo.com. And how do you connect with your sexuality after experiencing sexual trauma?
It's really hard because sexual trauma really distances, like one of the protective mechanisms that often comes up is we distance ourselves from our body and all those feelings because they've now become associated with pain, fear, confusion. So reconnecting can be challenging, and depending on the depth of the trauma and the duration and just how different things land very differently on us. Everybody's a little different. It may be a process. It may be not like, oh, there, I'm reconnected.
No.
Generally not.
That's it. I mean, it all sounds great to be like, you know what, I'm healed. I'm ready to do the thing. That's not realistic for most people. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but 10 out of 10, it doesn't. And there is a process. I know working with survivors a lot, I ask them, like, how are you feeling about sexuality? Because they may not have even thought, like, I may ever have to do this thing again.
Yeah.
After having your no not heard, having your boundaries crossed, like, you may want to not do that for quite some time. But when you are ready to, I think masturbation is really important.
It's a really big first step. And that may even be even just exploring touch on your body without even going for a turn on or whatever, just being present with your body and touching.
Yeah, there's definitely, I would say, I love that. Like, doing the sensation and seeing how just the touch feels, because the touch may not be the same for you. You may have had someone grab you or something that may be a trigger for you now. So figuring out in a safe space, doing touching, and then masturbation. And masturbation can look different for all types of people. Yeah. It can be under clothes, above clothes, like trying out different things.
Face down, face up, toys, no toys.
Yeah. I think it's really important before you even try to evolve another human. I think it's important to feel comfortable with where you are. And like talking about touching, like the things that you may have used to enjoy may be the scariest things now. And so being able to be like, no, don't like that anymore. But this, I didn't know. And I think there's a lot of places that even, with reconnecting with your sexuality that people don't even realize. Like, I have a lot of friends that were like, masturbation, yes. And I feel like there's this thing, but also I think I might like more aggressive things now. And like a lot of people do utilize BDSM as a healing technique to reconnect with their sexuality in another safe space.
I think I so support that for people that feels right for. I just really encourage people to make sure they're playing with people that have really good consent boundaries.
Oh, extremely.
And a very clean discussion of like what we're going, what the safe words are, because it can certainly help people release that and explore their feelings, but if it's done poorly, just like anything, it can re-traumatize.
For sure.
It actually worse.
For sure. Definitely do your research if you are going to extend yourself to find support like that, because I do find that can be a therapeutic experience for someone. And that's another thing, if reconnecting with your own sexuality, sometimes talking that crap through for a long time first is the way you need to go about doing it. Finding someone that focuses in trauma. Yeah. All therapists are not trained, unfortunately. They don't get the most extensive training in sex or sexual assault. So finding someone that's able to deal with the things and support you in a safe space, to be able to, talk you through the things like, okay, this used to be good for you. Why isn't this? Yeah. And sometimes even being able to work through mentally why the thing scares you now that you used to enjoy, you may be able to enjoy it again. And if not, that's okay. I think that's really important to know.
There's a lot of different things we can experience.
There's so many things. Like, don't put yourself in a box. I feel like we put so much pressure on ourselves after trauma because society wants you to be better and wants you to go back to the thing. You go back to the thing when you go back to the thing. Like, there is no rush. It is about you. I think that's really important to continue to be like, this is for you. Yeah. It's your sexuality and your body.
One of the things with clients I've worked with, and from my own experience, so if the person became aroused during the assault or the abuse,
which is very common,
it does happen. If the doctor hits your elbow or your knee with that little hammer, it moves. Our body gets turned on when certain things are manipulated or touched. Yeah. We can't help it. It's not, even if we orgasm, it doesn't mean we wanted that to happen. but that arousal may be linked to coercion or to force or to fear. And so just our heart rate going up a little bit, or
Can be
a
scary.
feeling of pleasure could be
Yeah.
associated with that. And just gentle, like going through a little bit of the pleasure and saying, I need to stop now, feeling the power, realizing that no one else is here hurting you. That can be really powerful. And masturbation is great for that, because you don't even have to wait for the sound of your voice, or
You're like, nope, I'm good.
Yeah.
You can tap out. You can practice consent with yourself. You're like, no, I am a no now. I am a no. And that is okay. I think it's really important with that, and also having an amazing partner as you continue to move forward. I always say you disclose in what's the safest manner for you. And when you do decide to do that, like, have a partner that you can be like, hey, this is a thing. I'm not okay being touched here. I'm okay with being touched here. But also, can we talk as we do this? And communication is really important as you add in another person back into your sex life.
And whether you have a partner or not, getting body work, like massages, or in California there's different body work techniques that can really help you reclaim your body, especially if you're working with someone who's really savvy and very consensual.
Yeah.
Because that touch, like, we can sit in therapy and that can really help, or coaching can make a huge difference, but sometimes a somatic approach can be really powerful too.
I really love that. I currently work at a facility where they do specific massage for survivors, acupuncture, different kind of brain work. But I think the body work is really important, again, to reconnecting your body with feeling the sensations again.
And being safe.
Yeah. And having someone that knows the thing. Like, I wouldn't recommend just going to any massage place and be like, hey, I was assaulted, do the thing. Like, no. I want you to feel the safest and have someone that's able to hold the space for you that you need. But there are definitely, I know there's different types of body workers that specialize in working with survivors, because I think it is a different technique. I think there's a different type of empathy and compassion and awareness.
A training and awareness.
Yeah, I think it's really important. So I would support you finding a different, like, massage, acupuncture, masturbation. And then masturbation, there's so many things. Like, hands, toys, and there's so many, like, you and I know there's so many toys out there.
Yeah. Shower attachments, all kinds of things.
Yeah, so figuring out what that means for you may be a process, and that's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. It's a journey, but it's a worthwhile journey to take.
Yeah. Do it at your own pace. Do it as you feel comfortable.
Yeah. Thanks very much for tuning in. We know it takes a lot of courage. Please leave comments and questions below, and we'll be glad to get back to you as soon as we can.
Yeah. Thank you. Take care of yourself.